Hey guys, I wanted to come on here to talk about being kind to others and what that means and, being supportive to one another because so many times we see in life that the type of world that we live in, people like to gloat, people like to brag about all their achievements, and you don't necessarily see the support that goes on behind the scenes. Today, I received an encouraging word from one of my close relatives who I don't talk to on a regular basis, but she called me and she was just giving me some ideas about the podcast. Then she also began to say how proud of she was of, how I live my life, as far as going to school, buying a house and, staying with it within my career and whatnot. And I said, you don't see the behind the scene moments of where I'm crying because I'm upset because my life isn't moving forward, or I get frustrated, or how many no's I've been told within my career that I'm not going to be able to achieve where I need to, any promotions and whatnot, like how many doors have been slammed in my face. You don't see those moments. And, with her being kind to me and just pouring with uplifting words, that just kind of like gave me an extra in my step as I move forward within my life. And it just made me reflect, to be kind to others because you really don't know what people are really going through. You never know when someone needs a word of encouragement. You never know what someone has just experienced, it's a lot that goes on into people's lives, and being kind, is easy to be kind. Even when people treat you mean, even when people are harmful to you, it's easier to be kind to others. My dad used to say, let the life I live speak for me. And he was a very kind person, and he used to go above and beyond. And, sometimes he'd be like, Dad, you just doing team too much. You just doing team too much. And he didn't care because it was someone's life. It was someone who he felt the need to take the time and to not, bypass them. It's easy to stop by and say, hey, how's it going? How your mama and them doing? How your uncle doing? How your daddy and them doing? Making people feel like they're relevant, making people feel like they're necessary to this world. You never know what someone's going through, And in hindsight, now that I'm looking at it, that's the same way how I act. I act like my daddy. Okay. Just trying to get to know people on a more personal level. And I ain't got to know all your business, but just trying to connect with people. And that's what a lot of this world is missing today, just a connection with people. And, breaking through that fourth wall of just showing like your ugly scars and whatnot. There's too much of hate. There's too much of jealousy and things that's going on in the world today that kind of stops us from, it just stops us in a humanity perspective. And honestly, with you being kind to someone, it's easy. It's so easy to be kind to someone. It takes more time to hate somebody. It takes more time to be jealous of somebody. It takes all your time and energy, and you don't need to do that because the Bible also says is what you reap is what you sow, or what you sow is what you reap. Y'all know I'm a quoting Bible fool, quoting it backwards, okay? What you sow is what you reap. That's what the Bible says. What you sow is what you reap. So if you're sowing kindness, all those good things that you're trying to sow and, putting that good energy out there, you're going to reap those things. You may not get it right away. And you ain't got to look for it right away, because when you look for it right away, that's the blessing. That's the blessing that you're going to get. But if you continue just to put out the good, you're going to get it back. You're going to get it back. You're going to get it back double, And that's one thing that I noticed about my life, that as long as I continue to show people kindness and to genuinely care, not for no gain of myself, that is all going to come back. It's definitely going to come back. And I just encourage you to, if you see someone that you haven't talked to in a while, or, this internet gets real kind of funny because we see people's life story on Facebook And then when you actually see that person in person, you act like you don't know them. You act like you don't want to speak. And that's exactly how we do, or we ignore because we ain't got enough time. But we see how such and such is doing on the internet. But you don't know what's really going on. Take the time to check in with someone. Take the time to show someone some kindness. You ain't got to go above and beyond. You ain't got to be no hero. All you have to do is just, hey, how you doing? And genuinely care, genuinely engage, because it's necessary. It's necessary for our humanity, because the way how these kids are growing up today, just think about how the pandemic had us all isolated. It doesn't take much to be kind to one another. So that's my little TED Talk for today. And I hope that you find yourself to be encouraged and empowered to be kind to someone, and to genuinely show someone some support, and see how it all works out for you. Until then, I'll talk to you later. Bye now.